Okay, we're back, and we are going to move on from this fair city of ours and see if we can join slash infiltrate slash destroy slash join the Shinsengumi. At least I assume. I have no clue. I do know we're gonna eventually join it, but I don't know when, where, and how. Bitches. Actually, it might be worth getting into one more fight before we do. Because our unarmed style is almost leveled up. Yeah, let's see if we can upgrade our unarmed style once more before moving on with things. It might seem rude to break someone else's private property just to beat the ever-living tar out of someone, but it's also amusing, so... Jesus Christ. That table fucking wrecked their shit. They dropped like a billion things. Damn. Oh, hey look, it's Don Quixote. Should we go join Don Quixote? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not right now. Not join. Shop at. It's a store. Oh no! What's occurred? Oh, it was just a stupid child who fell down. Stupid child. What's going on here? Some kind of thing or another, I'd assume. Well, let's pray for a safe passage and get going. Wonder what this store is. It's probably just an eatery. Hello, madam. Yep. Let's clean out the menu, just to make sure we're adequately prepared when we go see the Shinsengumi. We might also want to get drunk as hell. But hey, we're fine. Let's go. Dun dun dun! Oh shit.
ご用件は入隊希望だ。それはようこそおいでくださいました。この先を曲がったところで試験を行いますので、どうぞこのままお進みください。そうそう。その前に失礼ですが、お住まいはどちらで？ここは腕さえ立てば素性を問わないと聞いたんだがな。そういう意味じゃありません。あなたの死体の届け先を聞いておきたいんです。なんだと？
なんだと？
何分荒っぽい試験ですから、人死にが出るのも日常茶飯事でしてね。なるほど。だが俺が死体になることはない。あんたの世話にはならねえよ。
Okay, you know what, this might be a good opportunity to do some research on the real life Shinsengumi, to give a little bit about their history and effect on Japanese culture at the time. Oh shit! Fuck that! We got something way more interesting to talk about coming up right here. Fucking... yeah. It's Saejima, baby. Fucking Saijima's the entrance exam. That's a little much. Look at this badass. He's got the uniform and everything, but he ripped off the sleeves just because I'm that cool. Just because he's that cool. Oh god. Yeah, for some reason I thought the guard might have been saying something like, hey man, the entrance exam is to the death. If you fail the entrance exam, it might be lethal. For some reason I just got the impression that he was warning us like that. Yeah, good luck, buddy. I'm the Dragon of Dojima. We're getting it on, Saijima. No idea what they're talking about. Anyway, that's Saijima. He is a character who was introduced in Yakuza 4, and he carried on to be a playable character again in Yakuza 5. And it's really weird to see him in this because they're obviously using his Yakuza 5 model. Because in Yakuza 4, he had like long hair, like down to his fucking shoulders. And then in Yakuza 5, he was shaved like this. So when I first saw him in this game, I didn't recognize that it was him at first, until I remembered that, oh yeah, they're obviously using the Yakuza 5 engine and models for this one. And he's kind of a badass. Like, the whole point of his fighting style is he's just a raw powerhouse. He's a fucking brick shithouse. He's a tank. He's got that raw power behind him. Although he doesn't have quite the finesse that Kiryu has. It's still just like pure damage output. That kind of thing. And also, interestingly enough, I don't know if I've talked about this, but in the games, Kiryu, known as the Dragon of Dojima, has a tattoo of a dragon on his back. Which is another big reason he was in conflict with Ryuji, because he was known as the Dragon of Kansai, and Ryuji was like, there can only be one dragon, and he also had a tattoo of a dragon on his back. In the Yakuza games, it's kind of just like a thing where Yakuza have tattoos on their backs, which isn't strictly accurate, since Yakuza kind of have full body tattoos, but whatever. And Saijima had a tattoo of a tiger on his back. Had a tattoo of a tiger on his back. And in Japanese philosophical mythology, there's this thing about, you know, dragons versus tigers. So naturally, Saijima and Kiryu got into a fight almost immediately upon meeting. So I find it kind of humorous that we're fighting again here. The dragon and the tiger fighting once again. God damn it. There we go. We can just do that for no reason, fuck you. That was obviously a full heat gauge kind of move. Saijima, you're not even that big of a deal. You were kind of hyped up a little bit there. Sorry, but dragon always beats tiger. I don't even know why this is a debate. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm getting cocky. I'm not taking this seriously enough. Uh-oh, he's going heat mode. We got the epic music going. Trying to be a cool guy and do that counter move we learned at the dojo. Having trouble getting the timing of it down. Might not be worth it. Yeah, don't be overconfident. Don't be cocky. That's how you lose. Gotta take this seriously. Man, I was talking a big game. This is really embarrassing. Close one. Yeah! Whew! Came down to the wire. We didn't end it in a cool way, but fuck. I was glad we won it, period. Phew! Kind of wasted our heat gauge right at the beginning there. Ooh. Saejima obviously couldn't be the ninja. That's not really his style. Plus he's way bigger than the ninja fucking was.
しない奴がおるとはな。お前ならここでも生き抜くかもしれへん。
何を言ってる。
合格や。
まだ一本取ってないか。
金や権力に釣られただけの半端な腕やったら無駄に死ぬだけや。せやけどお前は違う。新選組によっても生き残るだけの力がある。
それを見極めるためにこんな荒っぽい入隊試験をしてるってわけか。
新選組は強ないとあかんねえ。強ないやつは遅かれ早かれ殺される。強いやつだけが生き残れる場所。そういうとこなんや。で、俺の天然理心流はどうやったんや。期待に応えることはできたんかい。
相当な腕前だな。だが、あんたの剣筋には殺意がない。俺が探していたもんじゃない。いや、気にしないでくれ。独り言だ。新選組に入ったからには、もっといろんな古参幹部連中に剣の稽古をつけてもらわないとな。
名前は
斎藤はじめだ。
斎藤はじめ。
取ってつけたような名前やな。
Aww. Welcome to the Brotherhood, baby. Oh. That actually made me jump. Oh shit, baby, it's Majima.
甘いな、新八ちゃん。甘々や。
掃除って
せや、わしが一番隊隊長起きた掃除や。
It's fucking Majima. Majima is a massive important character in the main series because he's Carrie's boyfriend. He's kind of like the Joker to his Batman. I'm using that comparison a lot, but this time it's actually relevant because in the original game, when it was ported over to the West and they did English dubbing with actual English voice actors, and it was terrible, they got Mark Hamill to voice Majima. And Mark Hamill did the voice for the Joker in the Batman animated series. And it was very appropriate because they had a very similar personality. Where he's like kind of a wacky, zany jokester type, but still kind of but still like a good, threatening, crazy kind of antagonist. But after that game, he became less of an antagonist and more of a direct ally, who was always helping Kiryu out and whatnot. But still, like, he still has that kind of adversarial kind of, you know, I am the only one allowed to defeat you kind of relationship to him. But they're best buddies. They're pretty much boyfriends. And instead of having sex, they just fight one another. Every game, Majima's like, I'll help you, Kiryu, but only after you have sex. I mean, fight with me. And so they do. And it's awesome. They have the best relationship. It's so adorable. He calls him Kiryu-chan. So in this, he's obviously pulling the antagonistic crazy at the moment. He's saying, no, you're not allowed to join until I fight you. And I like how his uniform is dirty. Kind of dirty. You can notice how it's got blood stains all over it. Oh yeah, and his fighting style is always very, very unconventional. Damn, buddy. He's got that unpredictability to his fighting style. Oh, snap! Oh, I bet that impressed him. Oh shit. It's Mine. Just introduce half the fucking squad, why don't you? So that's Mine. He was the main antagonist of Yakuza 3. And I actually really liked his character. He wasn't as good of a, like, rival as Ryuji, but he did establish himself with the relationship to Kiryu, and he had a lot of good scenes explaining his character and whatnot. He was cool because he was like a cool character who like kind of just progressively went more and more crazy as the game went on. Like he started out as being like the only sane guy. He was like kind of the bad guy. He was like obviously like the bad guy to Kiryu's good guy, but you still kind of rooted for him. You're still kind of like, of all of these assholes, this guy, you know? But then, like, as the plot progressed more and more, he just came more and more unhinged. And it was actually really believable. And awesome. In, like, a crazy, creepy, kind of way. Still, kind of a weird choice to have him as the third member of Kiryu's squad here. I mean, Saejima and Majima make sense, because they're all, in the mainstream games, they're all buddies. Saejima and Majima are actually brothers, in blood, you know. Not, like, blood-related, but, like, brothers in arms. And Majima and Kiryu are boyfriends, and Saejima and Kiryu are also allies, although not as close to each other as the other two are, as Majima is to both of them. So it makes sense to have them on the squad, but Mine is kind of a weird choice. I'm not complaining though, I really liked Mine's character. Anyway, are we in the Shinsengumi or not? We beat you. We kind of got Majima to a standstill. Mine seemed to approve. Come on, let us in. Oh, are we actually telling him about the ninja? I thought we'd want to keep that secret. I haven't seen him mention the fighting style yet, so... in the subtitles. So, while we're here, and we've gotten the introductions out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the historical Shinsengumi. Now, I've said before that they were kind of like the feudal Japanese equivalent of the SS. But that's not strictly accurate, because like the Gestapo, the SS, you know, those special secret police kind of guys, they're infamous for like disappearing people. Like, family members would rat on their neighbors and stuff like that, and the Gestapo would show up and like, oop, suddenly those people don't exist anymore. They're gone to the camps. The Shinsengumi didn't do that. The Shinsengumi just assassinated people. And they're one of those weird leftovers from Japanese history that got romanticized over the years, as so much of Japanese history is. And my favorite thing here, I'm basically just reading from the Wikipedia article, so you have to forgive me there, but although the Shinsengumi were lauded as brave and determined heroes in popular culture, they have been described by historians as a ruthless murder squad. I just really like that terminology, a ruthless murder squad. That's fucking... You don't get more hardcore than that. Like, that's kind of brutally blunt. Okay, so apparently we're in. They're giving us a little cubby to stay in, after all. And we can drop off our items and save. When do we get our cool blue jacket? I want that black! I want that blue jacket! Japan's forced opening to the West in 1854 exacerbated internal political instability. One long-standing line of political opinion was Sono Joi, meaning revere the emperor, expel the barbarians. Loyalists in Kyoto began to rebel. In response, the Tokugawa shogunate formed the Roshi-gumi on October 19th. The Roshi-gumi was a squad of 234 ronin, drawn from the sword schools of Edo. Guess we can't really do anything until we've officially joined by getting our blue jacket. But hey, check this place out. This is a whole little, like, this is like a thing. I like it. I like it. I'll probably explain a little bit more of what a thing it is when we're actually a part of it, I suppose. The squad's nominal commander was Matsudara Todatoshi, and their leader was this guy. The Roshi-gumi's mission was to protect the Tokugawa, the 14th shogun, on an important trip to Kyoto to meet with the emperor. There had not been such a meeting since the third shogun of the Tokugawa, and the head of the military government, the Bakufu, had been invited to discuss how Japan could enact the recent imperial edict calling for the expulsion of foreigners. Although the Roshi-gumi was funded by the Tokugawa, Others had strong loyalties to the emperor and planned to gather other Ronin to Kyoto to police the city from insurgents. When that guy revealed his plan in Kyoto, he and 12 other Roshigumi members became the Shinsengumi. The remaining members disbanded and returned to Edo to form the Shinchogumi under the patronage of the Shonai domain. Initially, the Shinsengumi were called Miburo, meaning Ronin of Mibu. At the time, Mibu was a village southwest of Kyoto, and was the place where the Shinsengumi were stationed. The Shinsengumi were led by Sarazawa Kamo, and other people. I can't fucking pronounce Japanese names, leave me alone. There were insecurities and tensions in the group, and members of it, like one guy killed another guy. And then other people killed other people, goddamn. And then the leader had to commit seppuku. All this infighting left Kondo as the leader. So the founding members were not a stable group of chums, I suppose. But those who were left submitted a letter to the Aizu clan, another powerful group who supported the Tokugawa regime, requesting their permission to police Tokyo, and the request was granted. I want to see if I can find Majima. I want to talk to him. On September 30th, the anti-Tokugawa clan were forced from the imperial court by the Tokugawa. The Shinsengumi were sent to aid the Izu and guard the gates of the imperial court. The new name Shinsengumi may have been coined by Matsudera Katamori, the daimyo of the Izu clan, around this time. The opposition forces included the Mori clan and the Shimazu clan. In 1964, in an incident at the Aikedaya Inn, 30 Shinsengumi suppressed a cell of 20 Shoshu revolutionaries, possibly avoiding the burning of Kyoto. The incident made the squad more famous and led to soldiers enlisting in the squad. So that's the general history of the squad, at least how they were formed. At its peak, the Shinsengumi had about 300 members. They were the first samurai group of the Tokugawa era to allow those from non-samurai classes to join. Pretty progressive. Many joined due to the desire to become samurai and be involved in political affairs. Okay, I guess we have to leave. However, it is a misconception that most of the Shinsengumi members were from non-samurai classes. Out of 106 Shinsengumi members, there were 87 samurai, 8 farmers, 3 merchants, 3 medical doctors, 3 priests, and 2 craftsmen. Several of the leaders were born samurai. The code of the Shinsengumi included 5 articles, prohibiting deviation from the samurai code, leaving the Shinsengumi, raising money privately, and engaging in private fights, taking part in others' litigation. The penalty for breaking any rule was seppuku. In addition, if the leader of a unit was mortally wounded in a fight, all the members of the unit must fight and die on the spot, and even in a fight where the death toll was high, the unit was not allowed to retrieve the bodies of the dead, except the corpse of the leader. They were pretty extreme, apparently. Wikipedia tends to be, objective, so it doesn't have a lot of information on, you know, their deeds and historical, like, accounts of incidents they were involved in at the time. It does have an article on Saijime, though, who I've already talked a little bit about. Anyway, I would assume, since we did get approval from the Shinsengumi, we're gonna at least have to do a little test, I suppose, to prove our worthiness into it, maybe by tracking down a political dissident and bringing him back. Or killing him and bringing back proof. So I'm assuming that's what we're off to do. Off to find the target. Because you know how gangs work. You have to kill someone to prove your worth and acceptance into the group. Fortunately, I don't know 100%. I'm just following the fucking thing on the map. We got a priest guy here, though. I don't really know what he's got for us. But he said hi, so I figured we had to go talk to him for some reason, but I guess not. Anyway, let's do a quick pray. Thank you for accepting me into the Shinsengumi. And next time, we will go find the guy we're supposed to assassinate in order to join the Shinsengumi. This is totally worth it, guys. The ends justify the means, right? The means of finding who assassinated our dad and taking revenge. Yay! Political extremism for really petty means. Anyway, see you next time.